a child can remember. Every book for young children works well if it has a character who's popular. So here we have Pehalwanji. He first came to Pratham books as a guy who eats a lot. He ate 50 rotis at one go. And then he came again when he wanted to play cricket. Did he play? Did he not? I don't know. And then now he's here back with us. And what do you think he's doing? He's learning a slippery lesson. Or rather, many people think that a children's book should be about children. No, it doesn't need to be about children all the time. In fact, you can have crazy uncles and stupid aunts and wonderful grandfathers and all those people. So bring them all into a book because the child sees them all in real life. The second thing is that the sentences, the number of words on a page, should be as few as possible. So this is a good example of a level 1 book. One line of text, a lot of things to see, and here, even though it's in black and white, a child can definitely find a lot of things to see and talk about. Read aloud works well when there are questions jumping out of the book. Ma, what's this guy doing? Why doesn't he have any hair? Here's another book with very little text and one huge illustration per page. Right? This is another kind of level 1 book where the illustrations don't have too many things going, and yet, do you think a child will like this? Yes, because they're trying to see what this kid is doing. They make faces while reading this book, and that's good for a read aloud book. Rhymes work very well, especially if we are working in one language. Unfortunately, when we work in many languages, a rhyme that works very well in one language just does not work in the other language. Words that are fun words, happy words with some energy in them. So a level 1 book is one that ignites their interest, ignites their imagination. The book doesn't have to answer those questions. This isn't a normal guy. It's a guy with a very long leg. It's a little boy with a very fat stomach. And the child knows that this is not reality. They know that this is fantasy. So in a level 1 book, the information that you release to the child has to be slow and it has to come one after the other. You can't push a whole lot of ideas into one sentence. So keep the sentences simple, keep them clear, one action per sentence. I look to my right, I look to my left. Right? So there are 2 sentences here and it's very clear. As you read it, the child, if you're reading it out as a read aloud book, you can actually see the child doing the same thing. I look to the right, I look to the left. Right? So that makes the child get into action mode, even though these 2 are very simple sentences. And definitely no flashbacks or fast forwards. The crow thought about that day when, and then all that doesn't work as well when you're doing a level 1 book. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't have flashbacks at all. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't have words that a child can't understand. Shouldn't we have words, let's say like suddenly? Is it wrong to have big words in a level 1 book? No, not at all. None of these are rules and no single book needs to have all these things at one go. It's very important for a children's book to have excellent illustrators. An illustrator who can get into the mind of a child and see things or show things that a child would enjoy seeing. So, there you have a recipe for a level 1 book, a read aloud book. Happy reading!